shadow of my impending doom. My heels are clicking fast against the sticky wooden floor while I'm looking for a way to reach the emergency door. The neon lights are chasing me in circles through the hall. I'm a silhouette that's dancing against the bathroom wall.
The rhythm is a predator, the rhythm is a beast, looking for a spirit on which it can finally feast. I'm moving with the darkness, I'm moving with the gloom, adding to the tension of this overcrowded room. My feet are doing the shuffle that the daylight never sees, begging the heavy atmosphere for a momentary freeze. When the spirit is heavy but the tempo is incredibly fast, we are living in the ghost of a very traumatic past, twisting and turning in a frantic rhythmic flight. Oh yeah, underneath the purple haze of the artificial light. Oh, shadows skanking, dancing with the ghosts of the night, Escaping from the terror of the unforgiving light.
it's a nervous vibration, a syncopated dark relief, channeling the energy of our monumental grief. Oh, shadow skanking, moving till the knees begin to shake, hoping that the morning sun is never going away.
Hey! The speakers are vibrating with the low and heavy hum, like the ritualistic beating of an ancient tribal drum. I'm losing my identity in the middle of the crowd while the music is screaming incredibly and violently loud. Don't look in my face, just look at my moving feet, navigating the geography of a rhythmic dark retreat.
My dress is soaked in sweat and my hair is a total mess. I'm using this movement to forget about the stress of a love that went sour and a life that went wrong, trying to hide the sadness in the middle of the song. I'm a flickering image in a broken cinema reel, wondering if this kinetic energy is even truly real. When the spirit is heavy but the tempo is incredibly fast, oh, we are living in the ghost of a very traumatic past. Oh, twisting and turning in a frantic rhythmic flight. Oh yeah, underneath the purple haze of the artificial light. Shadows skanking, dancing with the ghosts of the night,
Escaping from the terror of the unforgiving light.
it's a nervous vibration, a syncopated dark relief, channeling the energy of our monumental grief. Oh, shadows skanking, moving till the knees begin to shake, hoping that the morning sun is never going away.
Speed up the rhythm, let the bass guitar growl like a territorial warning of a nocturnal hour.
There is no rest for the wicked, no rest for the hurt,
Just the movement of the shoes against the gritty nightclub dirt. Faster! Don't let the shadow catch you. Step, kick, step.
don't lose the rep, move the feet, feel the heat. Shadows skanking, dancing with the ghosts of the night,
Escaping from the terror of the unforgiving light.
it's a nervous vibration, a syncopated dark relief, channeling the energy of our monumental grief. Oh, shadows skanking, moving till the knees begin to shake, hoping that the morning sun is never going away. Keep on moving into the dark, shadows skanking till the world ends. ripped stockings and a leather jacket stained with old dirt. Sitting in a diner trying to camouflage my hurt. I threw a brick through the window of the magistrate. Now I am hiding from the enforcement of the state. My knuckles are bruised from punching the precinct wall, wondering if this mutiny is truly worth it all. Marching forward with the banner held incredibly high, tear gas canisters explode and streak across the sky. We occupy the plaza, demanding our fundamental rights, enduring the freezing temperatures of these protest nights. But looking at the casualties scattered on the ground brings a heavy melancholy that is terribly profound. Defiance carries a remarkably exhausting toll, chipping away at the edges of the activist soul. We raise our clenched fists to challenge the mighty throne, but internally we weep, feeling desperately alone. Rebel sorrow, the tragic cost of the fight, weeping for the martyrs who vanished into the night. A revolutionary anthem sung with a cracking voice, bearing the burden of our confrontational choice. The barricades are burning, the revolution is awake, but oh, the agonizing ache that the uprising makes. Boot prints stamped permanently on the courthouse steps. We chant the slogans that the weary community accepts. But back in the bunker I shed an unexpected tear, missing the peaceful existence we had last year. The armor I wear is becoming incredibly dense. I am a weary soldier acting purely on defense. They call me an anarchist, a vandal of the worst degree, but they ignore the systemic oppression that I see. I smear my eyeliner crying in the bathroom stall before I go back out to answer the insurgent call. I drink black coffee to swallow the lump in my throat, adding another angry patch to my ragged coat. Defiance carries a remarkably exhausting toll, chipping away at the edges of the activist soul. We raise our clenched fists to challenge the mighty throne, but internally we weep, feeling desperately alone. Rebel sorrow, the tragic cost of the fight, weeping for the martyrs who vanished into the night. A revolutionary anthem sung with a cracking voice, bearing the burden of our confrontational choice. The barricades are burning, the revolution is awake, but oh, the agonizing ache that the uprising makes. Grief and rebellion dance in a complicated waltz, highlighting every one of the empire's glaring faults. We cannot surrender, we absolutely must persist, even if the sadness stubbornly clenches our wrist. Hold the front line, hide the flowing tears. Hold the line, weeping spine, fists up high, hear us cry. Hold the line, weeping spine, fists up high, hear us cry. Rebel sorrow, the tragic cost of the fight, weeping for the martyrs who vanished into the night. A revolutionary anthem sung with a cracking voice, bearing the burden of our confrontational choice. The barricades are burning, the revolution is awake, but oh, the agonizing ache that the uprising makes. The struggle continues with heavy hearts, rebel sorrow, until victory is won. oversized suitcase with nothing but my self-worth, leaving the most toxic relationship upon this entire earth. I discarded the apologies, ignored the final manipulated plea, unlocking the heavy padlock and throwing away the key. The map is spread open across the passenger seat, navigating a solitary journey, embracing the unknown street,
migrating collectively away from the valley of despair, following the constellation shining brilliantly up there. Our ancestors walked this grueling, unforgiving dirt road, carrying an unimaginably heavy generational load. We crossed the barren desert with the compass of pure faith, escaping the terrible grip of the tyrannical rage, moving our feet persistently toward the distant horizon, awakening the dormant courage that we are now realizing. No backward glances toward the agonizing burning bridge, climbing steadily up the steep and rocky mountain ridge. Soul exodus, a massive departure from the gloom, escaping the confines of a suffocating windowless room. A grand migration toward a completely liberated plain, shedding every single link of the oppressive chain. Soul exodus, walking boldly into the bright sunlight, leaving the misery behind, embarking on a righteous flight, Parting the turbulent seas of our massive collective doubt, figuring the complex geometry of this new pathway out.
The pharaohs of modern society demand that we remain, but we refuse to participate in their manipulative game. Our sandals are worn thin, but our destination is quite clear, eradicating the boundaries constructed by systemic fear.
Across the county line, watching the rearview mirror fade, leaving the terrible wreckage that your selfishness made. The engine hums a beautiful, independent, steady song, confirming that my decision to migrate was never wrong. My spirit is a nomad searching for a peaceful tent, leaving the chaotic territory where my youth was spent, moving our feet persistently toward the distant horizon, awakening the dormant courage that we are now realizing. No backward glances toward the agonizing burning bridge, climbing steadily up the steep and rocky mountain ridge. Soul exodus, a massive departure from the gloom, escaping the confines of a suffocating windowless room. A grand migration toward a completely liberated plain, shedding every single link of the oppressive chain. Soul exodus, walking boldly into the bright sunlight, leaving the misery behind, embarking on a righteous flight. Keep on marching, ignore the blisters on your heels, embrace the magnificent way that genuine freedom feels. The promised land is waiting just beyond the next incline, a glorious territory where the stars perfectly align. Keep walking forward, never look back, step by step, step by step, left and right, moving on toward the light. Soul exodus, a massive departure from the gloom, escaping the confines of a suffocating windowless room. A grand migration toward a completely liberated plain, shedding every single link of the oppressive chain. Soul exodus, walking boldly into the bright sunlight, leaving the misery behind, embarking on a righteous flight. We have arrived, the journey ends. Soul exodus, welcome to the promised land.
voices bouncing off the walls of this empty warehouse space. I can't remember the features of your disappearing face. The echo takes my sadness and it multiplies the sound, until the heavy vibrations pin me to the dirty ground. I'm a ghost inside the machine, a glitch in the track, waiting for the feedback loop to finally bring you back.
The engineer is playing with the sliders on the board, cutting out the melody in the major happy chord. He's drowning the rhythm in the sea of digital delay, while the memories of our summer slowly wash away. I'm standing in the middle of a sonic lonely storm, where the jagged edges of my grief begin to take form.
The beat drops out and leaves us in a vacuum of cold air, looking for a substance that is no longer even there. The reverb stretches out into a long and infinite line of distorted architecture of a very dark design. Dub sorrow echoing through the hollow of the night, a fragmented perspective of a love that wasn't right. It's a rhythmic depression, a low frequency heavy blues, a song where the listener has absolutely everything to lose. Oh, dub sorrow spinning in a circle of endless sound, where the silence is the only thing that's ever truly profound.
The snare drum cracks like a whip against my tired brain, adding a custard layer to my psychological pain. I'm caught in the machinery of a rhythm that won't stop, waiting for the final devastating heavy bass drop. The soundscape is cluttered with the ghost of what we said, ringing like a siren inside my exhausted heavy head. I'm lost in the mix, buried under levels of thick noise, searching for the resonance of our former simple joys. But the filter is closing, cutting off the higher light, leaving me in the subbase of a permanent midnight. I'm just a frequency, a wave that's destined to crash, turning our history into a pile of sonic ash. The beat drops out and leaves us in a vacuum of cold air, looking for a substance that is no longer even there. The reverb stretches out into a long and infinite line, a distorted architecture of a very dark design. Dub sorrow echoing through the hollow of the night, a fragmented perspective of a love that wasn't right. It's a rhythmic depression, a low frequency heavy blues, a song where the listener has absolutely everything to lose. Oh, dub sorrow spinning in a circle of endless sound, where the silence is the only thing that's ever truly profound. Twist the knob, let the feedback start to scream, waking me up from this repetitive and industrial dream. The echo is a prison, the delay is a heavy chain. There is no resolution for this electronically enhanced pain. Let the speakers blow, let the circuit break. Dub sorrow, dub sorrow, sorrow, dub sorrow, dub sorrow, oh, dub sorrow, echoing through the hollow of the night, a fragmented perspective of a love that wasn't right. It's a rhythmic depression, a low frequency heavy blues, a song where the listener has absolutely everything to lose. Oh, dub sorrow spinning in a circle of endless sound, where the silence is the only thing that's ever truly profound. The tape runs out, the humming stops, dub sorrow, total silence now. Sorrow, sorrow.
Wheels are like rust upon a jagged steel beam, trapped inside the engine of a very loud machine.
The shackles are forged in the fire of the greed, ignorant of the spirit and the fundamental need. We are workers in the factory of a very dark design, punching in the clock on a never-ending line. My bones are made of copper and my spirit is made of lead, with the heavy iron helmet sitting firmly on my head.
The magnetism is pulling at the center of the soul, losing the autonomy and the total clear control. Surrounded by the skyscrapers and the fences made of wire, while we're walking through the embers of a cold and dying fire. I am melancholy, weighing down the weary mind, leaving every ounce of our flexibility behind.
It's an industrial depression,
A rigid kind of blues with the solid metal spirit that you're terrified to lose. Oh, I am melancholy, clanging in the empty chest, denying every laborer a momentary rest.
no hammer can break the internal solid cage where we store the disappointment in the subterranean rage. We are cogs in the system that doesn't even know our name. Every single morning is a repetitive
And gray game, I'm looking for a magnet to lift me from the floor and pull me through the opening of the heavy iron door.
I'm singing at a shipyard
Where the ghosts of vessels lie underneath the smoky and the very metallic sky. My voice is getting sharp like a rusty jagged blade, tearing through the fabric of the promises we made. I'll find my salvation in the middle of the scrap before I'm finally caught in the ultimate steel trap. The magnetism is pulling at the center of the soul, losing the autonomy and the total clear control. Surrounded by the skyscrapers and the fences made of wire, while we're walking through the embers of a cold and dying fire. I am melancholy, weighing down the weary mind, leaving every ounce of our flexibility behind. Livability, this an industrial depression, a rigid kind of blues with the solid metal spirit that you're terrified to lose. Oh, I am melancholy, clanging in the empty chest, denying every laborer a momentary rest. Melt the structure, turn the metal into steam, break the repetition of the industrial dark dream. The spirit isn't solid, the spirit is a flame that cannot be contained by an iron-plated name. Burn it down, let it flow, let it flow. Rigid cold, do a stone, break the gear, kill the fear. I am melancholy, I am melancholy, I am melancholy, weighing down the weary mind, leaving every ounce of our flexibility behind. Flexibility, this an industrial depression, a rigid kind of blues with the solid metal spirit that you're terrified to lose. Oh, I am melancholy, clanging in the empty chest, denying every laborer a momentary rest. Still standing tall, made of steel, I am melancholy, the rust never sleeps. nightmare of our argument behind. The morning rays are merciless, exposing every awful flaw. A cool ultraviolet light that feels incredibly raw. I squint my puffy eyes against the scorching yellow flare, feeling the immense humidity tangling my uncombed hair. Staring at the parched horizon where the crops refuse to yield, standing like a scarecrow in the middle of a barren field. The soil is baked solid, cracking under the intense degrees, begging the sweltering atmosphere for a momentary breeze. My canteen dried up hours ago, my lips are severely chapped. Inside this terrifying thermal oven, I am completely trapped. The temperature is elevating, melting our endurance away. Nowhere to find a shelter in the middle of the blazing day. We endure the blinding radiance, sweating from every pore, wondering how much longer we can take this solar war. Bitter sun baking the earth with a ruthless might, an agonizing spotlight replacing the gentle night, searing the fragile epidermis, leaving an angry burn, watching the vibrant green landscapes inevitably turn. Oh, bitter sun, a tyrant hanging in the pale blue sky, demanding that every single tear must instantly dry. Mirages dance upon the asphalt, a deceptive watery trick, making my exhausted, hallucinating mind incredibly sick. The thermometer shatters from the absolute extreme heat, dragging my severely blistered, overloaded, weary feet. I seek the shadow of a cactus, a prickly, desperate shade, hoping this relentless, fiery punishment will finally fade. I draw the heavy velvet curtains, hiding from the awful glare, sitting by the oscillating fan, gasping for some cooler air. The ice cubes melt instantly inside my lukewarm lemonade, reflecting on the monumental compromises we have made. Our romance withered quickly like a daisy in the severe drought, leaving nothing but a massive, unavoidable amount of doubt. The temperature is elevating, melting our endurance away. Nowhere to find a shelter in the middle of the blazing day. We endure the blinding radiance, sweating from every pore, wondering how much longer we can take this solar war. Bitter sun baking the earth with a ruthless might, an agonizing spotlight replacing the gentle night, searing the fragile epidermis, leaving an angry bird, watching the vibrant green landscapes inevitably turn. Oh, bitter sun, a tyrant hanging in the pale blue sky, demanding that every single tear must instantly dry. Praying for a dark eclipse to swallow the glowing sphere, waiting for the soothing twilight to miraculously appear. Block the radiation shield, the vulnerable tender skin. Let the cooling evening salvation finally begin. Bring down the dusk, extinguish the flame so thirsty. Throat is dry, blazing orb in the sky. Bitter sun baking the earth with a ruthless might, an agonizing spotlight replacing the gentle night, searing the fragile epidermis, leaving an angry bird, watching the vibrant green landscapes inevitably turn. Oh, bitter sun, a tyrant hanging in the pale blue sky, demanding almost instantly dry. Sun goes down, finally some shade. Bitter sun sinking in the west. I'm leaning against the brick wall in the alleyway tonight, smoking a cigarette beneath the flickering dim bulb light. The VIPs are laughing while they sip their cold champagne, unaware of the wisdom and the overwhelming pain. I got secrets in my pocket and a fire in my throat, wearing a velvet thrift store oversized heavy coat.
They think the main attraction is the man upon the stage, but the real message is written on a crumpled hidden page. I'm whispering the truth to the janitor and the crew. The revolution is starting with the very selected few. The spotlight is a blindfold, the applause is just a noise. I'm searching for the gravity of our spiritual poise. Behind the velvet curtain in the shadows of the show, there is a secret knowledge that the public doesn't know. The humble are the leaders, the quiet are the loud, hidden from the arrogance of the fashionable crowd. Backstage prophet speaking in a raspy low down tone, ruler of the territory that the masters don't own. It's a sub-basement wisdom, a concrete gritty grace, revealing all the lies that the history can't erase. Oh, backstage prophet lighting up the midnight dark, oh, waiting for the moment to ignite the ultimate spark. The posters on the street appealing from the heavy rain, appetizing the pleasure that only brings a deeper pain. I'm reading the tea leaves in a cracked and plastic cup, warning all the brothers that the clock is finally up. Don't follow the glitter, don't follow the shiny gold. Stay true to the stories that the ancestors have told. I'm applying my mascara in the broken, dirty mirror, waiting for my vision to become a little bit clearer. I've seen the rise and fall of 1,000 shallow stars while I'm nursing my tequila and my emotional scars. The prophet is a woman with the raspy, soul-drenched voice, telling you that freedom is a very difficult choice. Behind the velvet curtain in the shadows of the show, there is a secret knowledge that the public doesn't know. The humble are the leaders, the quiet are the loud, hidden from the arrogance of the fashionable crowd. Backstage prophet speaking in a raspy low down tone, ruler of the territory that the masters don't own. It's a sub-basement wisdom, a concrete gritty grace, revealing all the lies that the history can't erase. Oh, backstage
The show is over, the prophet remains, backstage prophet, in the shadows forever. My voice is bouncing off the walls of this empty warehouse space. I can't remember the features of your disappearing face. The echo takes my sadness and it multiplies the sound until the heavy vibrations pin me to the dirty ground. I'm a ghost inside the machine, a glitch in the track, waiting for the feedback loop to finally bring you back.
Yeah, the engineer is playing with the sliders on the board, cutting out the melody in the major happy chord. He's drowned in the rhythm in a sea of digital delay, while the memories of our summer slowly wash away. I'm standing in the middle of a sonic lonely storm, where the jagged edges of my grief begin to take form.
The beat drops out and leaves us in a vacuum of cold air, looking for a substance that is no longer even there. The reverb stretches out into a long and infinite line, the distorted architecture of a very dark design. Dub sorrow, echoing through the hollow of the night, a fragmented perspective of a love that wasn't right. It's a rhythmic depression, a low frequency heavy blues, a song where the listener has absolutely everything to lose. Oh, dub sorrow, spinning in a circle of endless sound, where the silence is the only thing that's ever truly profound.
The snare drum cracks like a whip against my tired brain, adding up a sussed layer to my psychological pain. I'm caught in the machinery of a rhythm that won't stop, waiting for the final devastating heavy bass drop.
The soundscape is cluttered with the ghost of what we said, ringing like a siren inside my exhausted, heavy head. I'm lost in the mix, buried under levels of thick noise, searching for the resonance of our former simple joys. But the filter is closing, cutting off the higher light, leaving me in the sub-bass of a permanent midnight. I'm just a frequency, a wave that's destined to crash, turning our history into a pile of sonic ash. The beat drops out and leaves us in a vacuum of cold air, looking for a substance that is no longer even there. The reverb stretches out into a long and infinite line, a distorted architecture of a very dark design. Dub sorrow, echoing through the hollow of the night, a fragmented perspective of a love that wasn't right. It's a rhythmic depression, a low frequency heavy blues, a song where the listener has absolutely everything to lose. Oh, dub sorrow, spinning in a circle of endless sound, where the silence is the only temperature forcefully rise. My internal thermometer is shattering the absolute limit, igniting every single boundary and stepping boldly past it. The friction in my veins is creating a dangerous spark, lighting up the terrifying corners of the absolute dark.
Stoking the righteous cause inside the belly of the beast, preparing a magnificent, fiery, revolutionary feast. The oppressor tries to douse the flames with freezing rain, but combustion is the only remedy for this immense pain.
I am a walking inferno, a pyre of undeniable truth, incinerating the wicked deceptions of my stolen youth. Oxygen feeds the anger, making the perimeter expand, leaving a massive scorch mark across the corrupted land. The ashes are flying upward, choking the polluted air, a spectacular manifestation of our ultimate despair. Burning soul, blazing with an uncontrollable heat, leaving a trail of melted asphalt on the avenue street. A glorious wildfire consuming the deceptive facade, driven by the vengeance of a deeply furious God. A burning soul glowing with a bright violet red, incinerating the nightmare that's trapped inside my head.
Forging my unbreakable resilience inside the hottest kiln, refusing to swallow another suffocating, numbing pill. The sweat is evaporating rapidly off my scorching brow. There is no opportunity for peaceful negotiations now. I radiate a thermal energy that melts the iron cage, channeling my spirit to awakening into an active rage.
My favorite silk dress is catching on the spreading fire, elevating my dangerous obsession completely higher. I am the arsonist of my own catastrophic, tragic demise, staring into the mirror with terrifying glowing eyes. The smoke alarms are screaming, detecting the anomaly, but I welcome this catastrophic, fiery autonomy. Oxygen feeds the anger, making the perimeter expand, leaving a massive scorch mark across the corrupted land. The ashes are flying upward, choking the polluted air, a spectacular head. Nothing but ashes. The fire consumes, burning soul, blowing in the ruins. Stockings and a leather jacket stained with old dirt. Sitting in the diner trying to camouflage my hurt. I threw a brick through the window of the magistrate. Now I am hiding from the enforcement of the state. My knuckles are bruised from punching the precinct wall, wondering if this mutiny is truly worth it all. Marching forward with the banner held incredibly high. Tear gas canisters explode and streak across the sky. We occupy the plaza, demanding our fundamental rights, enduring the freezing temperatures of these protest nights. But looking at the casualties scattered on the ground brings a heavy melancholy that is terribly profound. Defiance carries a remarkably exhausting toll, chipping away at the edges of the activist soul. We raise our clenched fists to challenge the mighty throne, but internally we weep, feeling desperately alone. Rebel sorrow, the tragic cost of the fight, weeping for the martyrs who vanished into the night. A revolutionary anthem sung with a cracking voice, bearing the burden of our confrontational choice. The barricades are burning, the revolution is awake, but oh, the agonizing ache that the uprising makes. Blueprints stamped permanently on the courthouse steps. We chant the slogans that the weary community accepts. But back in the bunker, I shed an unexpected tear, missing the peaceful existence we had last year. The armor I wear is becoming incredibly dense. I am a weary soldier acting purely on defense. They call me an anarchist, a vandal of the worst degree, but they ignore the systemic oppression that I see. I smear my eyeliner crying in the bathroom stall before I go back out to answer the insurgent call. I drink black coffee to swallow the lump in my throat, adding another angry patch to my ragged coat. Defiance carries a remarkably exhausting toll, chipping away at the edges of the activist soul. We raise our clenched fists to challenge the mighty throne, but internally we weep, feeling desperately alone. Rebel sorrow, the tragic cost of the fight, weeping for the martyrs who vanished into the night. A revolutionary anthem sung with a cracking voice, bearing the burden of our confrontational choice. The barricades are burning, the revolution is awake, but oh, the agonizing ache that the uprising makes. Grief and rebellion dancing a complicated waltz, highlighting every one of the empire's glaring faults. We cannot surrender, we absolutely must persist, even if the sadness stubbornly clenches our wrists. Hold the front line, hide the flowing tears. Hold the line, weeping spine, fists so high, mind that is currently going absolutely nowhere.
We are drifting like timber on a rough and stormy sea, looking for a place where our spirits can be free. But there's no soil deep enough to hold on to our name. Every single city looks exactly the same.
I'm a nomad in a valley of concrete and steel, forgetting how a solid foundation is supposed to feel. Floating in the ether with no anchor in the ground, searching for a silence that is never quite found. We are gypsies of the spirit, wandering the land, writing our promises in the shifting dry sand. Rootless love, drifting on a constant breeze, blowing through the branches of the hollow willow trees. No place to call a home, no place to rest the head, living on the words that were never even said. Oh, rootless love, a wandering and a lonely soul, losing every bit of our emotional control.
I built a house of cards, but the foundation was weak. Searching for a sanctuary that I'll never truly see. The map is a riddle and the compass is a lie. I'm just a traveler underneath the foreign sky. I don't want to be tied to a picket fence and long. I'd rather be a ghost that is gone before the dawn.
You offered me a ring and a place to stay a while, but I'm terrified of anything that's categorized as style. I'm allergic to the static and I'm addicted to the move, trying to find a rhythm that I don't have to prove. My heart is a bird that refuses to be caged, in a story where the chapters have already been paged. Oh, floating in the ether with no anchor in the ground, searching for a silence that is never quite found. We are gypsies of the spirit, wandering the land, writing our promises in the shifting dry sand. Rootless love, drifting on a constant breeze, blowing through the branches of the hollow willow trees. No place to call a home, no place to rest the head, living on the words that were never even said. Oh, rootless love, a wandering and a lonely soul, losing every bit of our emotional control.
Pull up the stage, let the journey begin, shedding our history like a temporary skin. There is no destination, there is only the path, escaping from the cycle and the aftermath. Keep moving, don't look down, moving on. Moving on, further still, against the wind, against the will, against the will. Rootless love, drifting on a constant breeze, blowing through the branches of the hollow willow trees. No place to call a home, no place to rest the head, living on the words that were never even said. Oh, rootless love, a wandering and a lonely soul, losing every bit of our emotional control. Just the highway, just the wind, rootless love, gone again.
walking through the orchard where the fruit has turned to stone, reaping all the seeds of the resentment that I've sown. The soil is sour and the sky is a bruised and heavy lead, looking for a morsel of a hope that has long been dead. My wicker basket is empty and my fingers are stained with oil, calculating the cost of this exhausting, useless toil.
We planted the revolution in the middle of a drought, waiting for the spirit of the justice to finally sprout. But the parasites arrived and the water turned to salt, finding every single hidden and a devastating fault.
The stalks are withered and the roots are starting to decay, watching all the labor of the season simply rot away. Nothing sweet remains upon the branches of the tree, just a stinging reminder of our shared and dark history. The cycle is broken, the cycle is a heavy iron chain, leaving us with nothing but a harvest of absolute pain. Bitter harvest, pulling the weeds from the tired ground, where no nourishment or salvation is ever to be found. It's a seasonal depression, a really kind of blues, with the crop of disappointment that you're destined to lose. Oh, bitter harvest, tasting the acid on the trembling tongue, watching the ending of the dream when we were very young.
The barn is full of shadows and the hay is full of dust. The plow is sinking deeply into a layer of orange rust. I'm looking for a miracle in the middle of the field, but the earth is refusing to produce a solitary yield.
Don't blame the weather, don't blame the turning of the tide. The poison is a secret that we kept
Tucked deep inside.
I'm singing a jazz lament beneath the dying willow tree, while I'm staring at the wreckage of our fragile anatomy. I used to believe in the sun and I used to believe in the rain. Now I'm just an expert in the geography of the pain. I'll burn the fields to the ground and I'll start it all again, before I succumb to the bitterness of the world of men. Nothing sweet remains upon the branches of the tree, just a stinging reminder of our shared and dark history. The cycle is broken, the cycle is a heavy iron chain, leaving us with nothing but a harvest of absolute pain. Bitter harvest, pulling the weeds microphone stand with a trembling, nervous hand, looking out across the faces of this packed, expectant grandstand. My vocal cords are tight from sobbing in the dressing room, but the show must go on despite the overwhelming gloom. I force a vibrato that carries the weight of my deep regret, hoping the blinding stage lights will hide the mascara I sweat.
The sound engineer pushes the fader up on the mixing desk, capturing a raw emotion that is remarkably picturesque. I grip the wooden neck of my guitar incredibly tight, letting the 6 strings absorb my agonizing internal fight. The studio reverberates with an authentic, painful lament. Every ounce of my creative energy is completely spent. The audience applauds, the beautifully tragic, unaware that our psychological stability is crashing to the ground. We entertain the masses by bleeding our secrets on the floor, turning our intense suffering into an astonishing encore. Weeping wailer, pouring agony into the microphone, standing center stage but feeling desperately alone. A falsetto breaking apart under the immense heavy strain, translating a personal tragedy into a popular refrain. Oh, weeping wailer, an entertainer bearing a broken soul, paying the absolute highest emotional artistic toll. The reviews call it a masterpiece, a spectacular vulnerability, but they do not understand my severe lack of stability. I am literally begging for help through the studio amplifier, while the critics praise the heat of my devastating fire. The rhythm section holds the tempo while my spirit falls apart, a beautifully orchestrated soundtrack for a lacerated heart. Catching my reflection in the backstage vanity mirror glass, watching the painful hours of this endless, grueling tour pass. I drink a glass of room temperature water to soothe my throat, preparing to deliver another utterly heartbreaking note. The applause is deafening, but it sounds like static to my ear, because the only voice I wanna listen to is no longer here. The audience applauds, the beautifully tragic, unaware that our psychological stability is crashing to the ground. We entertain the masses by bleeding our secrets on the floor, turning our intense suffering into an astonishing encore. Weeping wailer, pouring agony into the microphone, standing center stage but feeling desperately alone. A falsetto breaking apart under the immense heavy strain, translating a personal tragedy into a popular refrain. Oh, weeping wailer, an entertainer bearing a broken soul, paying the absolute highest emotional artistic toll. Music is a confessional booth, completely exposed to the public, a desperate cry for salvation woven right into the sonic fabric. Hear the voice cracking, notice the hesitation in the breath, singing a gorgeous melody about an agonizing spiritual death. Sing it loud, let the sorrow out, hitting the note, clearing the throat, singing the pain, crying in vain. We've been
solitary dry match.
The beat is a parasite, the beat is an ancient hex, navigating a situation that is spiritually complex. I tried to stop the drumming with the prayer and a holy chant, but the rhythm is a mountain that I simply cannot plant. It's a syncopated nightmare, a toxic heavyweight, dragging us toward a very predetermined dark fate.
You can't dance it away, you can't run from the sound of the heavy vibrations coming from the underground. It's a hypnotic prison, an invisible rhythmic cage, written on the parchment of a very dusty curse page. Curse rhythm, beating in the middle of the night, extinguishing the hope and the flickering of the light. It's a supernatural blues, a voodoo kind of reggae song, telling us that everything we've ever done is totally wrong. Oh, curse rhythm, moving like a snake inside the brain, turning every pleasure into an agonizing deep pain.
I consulted the opium in the middle of the wood. He told me that the rhythm is a force that is rarely understood. It's the pulse of the ancestors who were never laid to rest, beating like a hammer inside the center of the chest. Don't try to fight the tempo, don't try to change the key. The music is the master of your ultimate dark destiny.
I'm humming a tune that I've never even heard before, as I'm pacing back and forth across the cold and wooden floor. My fingers are twitching to a beat I can't control, like a marionette with a very heavy and a haunted soul. The violins are weeping while the drums begin to roll. I don't think I can take this repetition anymore. You can't dance it away, you can't run from the sound of the heavy vibrations coming from the underground. It's a hypnotic prison, an invisible rhythmic cage, written on the parchment of a very dusty curse page. Curse rhythm, beating in the middle of the night, extinguishing the hope and the flickering of the light. It's a supernatural blues, a voodoo kind of reggae song, telling us that everything we've ever done is totally wrong. Oh, curse rhythm, moving like a snake inside the brain, turning every pleasure into an agonizing deep pain. Break the record, smash the speakers into the wall, but the sound is coming from the center of the hall. It's inside the walls, it's inside the very air we breathe, a terrifying legacy that the spirits choose to bequeath. The drum goes on, the nightmare continues. Dum 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 dum, can't stop. Dum 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 dum, won't stop. The pulse, dum dum dum, the curse. Curse rhythm, beating in the middle of the night, oh, extinguishing the hope and the flickering of the light. It's a supernatural blues, some voodoo kind of reggae song, telling us that everything we've ever done is totally wrong. Oh, curse rhythm, moving like a snake inside the brain, turning every pleasure into an agonizing deep pain. The beat goes on, even in the grave. Cursed rhythm, no